Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, director Johnny Moz's Lessons in Confidence. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about blocking. If you're making a film and you've got characters that are doing something, they will inevitably do some blocking, even if it's just a scene with two people sat on a park bench, right? So say you've got two people sat on the park bench and they're kind of like this and the other one is just over here, right? Looking over, that is a very basic example of blocking. The other person might look back. That again, very basic example of blocking, okay? Say if the scene started with one person already sat down and the other one comes and sits next to them, okay? Another example of blocking. That example might make you think of like a spy movie or something, you know, passing information back and forth, you know, that kind of thing. Or if it was two people looking at each other, you might think of some kind of romantic sort of comedy or something like that, where they look at each other and they smile, you know, that kind of thing. But blocking can really involve anything. If you've got two characters that are sat at a dinner table, right, where are they sat? Are they both sat on corners, one here and one here? That gives a very different impression to two people that are sat on end to end, facing each other. Okay, that gives the impression of distance, whereas if they were sat on the corner, that's two people that are trying to get sort of close to each other, okay? Do you kind of understand? Or if they're sat like this, then you can have the same facing back and forth sort of thing with the over the shoulders, but you don't have that same kind of distance inherent sort of quality to it, okay? So if you're working on something that's scripted, you might want to incorporate blocking, but it's very important to not overdo this, because you need to make sure if you're putting some kind of action for the characters to do, that it has some purpose, because if it doesn't have a purpose, then you're just giving the actors more stuff that they need to remember for no particular reason. What does them sitting down and then getting up and then sitting down again add to the conversation? Are they standing up because they're feeling particularly animated and they have a rant to do? Are they standing up because they're sick of this conversation and they want to leave? Are they standing up because they feel like they need to suddenly put some domination over the other person for the sake of the power struggle in this scene, right? For the conflict. Why are they doing this? If you can't answer that question, then take it out, because it's fine to just have the character sit there. Okay, that's all right, because passiveness is an action in and of itself, okay? So all films that you see throughout all of history, right, you will see scenes, some of which are much more dynamic, where you've got characters that sat down and they get up and then they walk over here, they pour themselves a scotch and then they come back and they drink the scotch and then they like light up a cigarette and they go over to the window and they blow the cigarette out the window and then they come down, they sit down, they take another drink of the scotch and then they say something animated to the person in front of them, and then that person might get up and then go to the toilet, and then that person that's like gone to the toilet, maybe we follow them and then we see them go through the chemist, you know, all their drugs and stuff, the pharmaceutical stuff in their cupboard, right? And they look through and they see, oh God, this person's actually got some kind of mad addiction, right? That's all blocking, right? And without a single word of dialogue being said, right, through the action, you have seen that this person who lives there that's drinking the scotch and going out for the smoke, there's clearly something a little bit like not totally right with them. Not in like the mental, but just in terms of there's something to explore with this character. And the person who has sat down and like going to the bathroom and stuff, they are the one doing the exploring, okay? Just through the blocking, that has been shown. But do you want to maybe simplify this? Does he need to get up and smoke out the window? Does this person need to keep getting up and sitting down and getting up and sitting down? Why do they need to do this? Is it because some kind of innate part of their character, like they're very, you know, quick-witted and prone to movement, and they like to move a lot and they feel like they get fidgety if they stay still? Are they someone that is much more lazy and sort of isolating with regards to themselves? If you have a scene of them just on their own, maybe just seeing them lying in bed is all you need. You don't need them to do a million different things, because we in real life don't do very much at the end of the day, right? We don't sit around like this all the time, okay? Because can you move at 1,000,000 miles an hour your entire life? No, and neither can your characters, okay? Your characters can't be doing this all the time, because they will get fucking sick of it, okay? If your characters are just never ending, never stopping, right? Unless you're writing like, I don't know, the Bourne Identity or something, they're gonna get fucking irritated. And I'm not saying that like they've got some kind of conscience that you need to like draw in, that's actually a subject for another video. But I'm saying they won't be believable as people, okay? You don't need to include all this blocking that you're including, okay? It really is not necessary. You're putting it in because you've been told that you need to put blocking in. And you do, okay? But your blocking needs to serve a purpose, okay? If your blocking doesn't serve a purpose, then take it out, because it's just overcomplicating the scene. I used to do all sorts of stuff like this. If a character was smoking, I would like, right, he takes a drag, he takes a drag. No, if the actor is smoking in the scene, they'll take a drag when they want to take a fucking drag, when feels right for them, okay? So, if you're writing something at the moment, okay, something scripted, remember that your actor needs to do all the things that you're saying, okay? And if they can't see a reason why it should be done, all that's going to end up happening is you'll end up directing them and you'll have a little conversation when they go, does he need to do this? Does he need to do that? And you won't be able to justify your actions. You won't be able to justify why this character is doing that sort of thing. And if you can't justify it, how can the actor act it? Because the actor can't get behind the action because the actor doesn't know why they are doing this thing, okay? So, yeah, that's basically the video. Thank you very much for watching this one. I hope you have a good rest of the day. Hope everything works out for you. And if you're writing a script at the moment, please, please take some of that goddamn blocking out and let your actor come up with it themselves, because actors aren't stupid, okay? They know what they're doing. They're professionals. And even if they're not, like, you must have acted in something, right? You know what it's like. Empathize. Figure out. Because do you want to sit there and be told when you can have a drag of your cigarette? Absolutely not. You don't want that at all. You want to be told something important like when to fall down. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.